It has begun! If you caught that reference, we can be friends. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy, the Alyx Man. I'm up here to talk about a new war. There's a war brewing in these parts. The last time we had a war in the wrestling business, it wasn't really a war. It was TNA versus WWE, which lasted about 24 seconds and it was over with. But the real war that we actually had was WCW versus WWF back in the 90s, during a time when wrestling, in my opinion, was at its hottest. When you had the likes of the NWO and D-Generation X, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Goldberg, Diamond, Dallas Page, The Rock. So many superstars, so many talents, so much fun when wrestling was doing the highest ratings in TV. 8.0, 7.0, 6.0s. You name it, competing with NFL. That was during a time when wrestling was, in my opinion, changing the guard. It wasn't following trends, it was setting trends. It was the trend. And here we are in 2019. Another war has begun. AEW, All Elite Wrestling, has made its mark with Double or Nothing. Such a mark that, honestly, I would have been surprised if WWE didn't mention it, if it went unmentioned on Raw this weekend. Well, it was definitely mentioned. Mentioned in a very horrible segment. A segment that will definitely go down as the worst segment of the year, which tends to happen around this time. Why is it that the worst segments of the year happen in May or around summer, when summer starts? Regardless, during the electric chair segment on Raw, a couple hours ago, let me tell you something. This Raw was so bad, I wish I was in the electric chair. I think we all wish we were in the electric chair after watching that show. Especially that segment, which was horrible. Horribly done. But during that segment, Sami Zayn, just out of the blue, mentioned, you could have asked me any questions. You could have asked me about AEW. And I have a theory. Not a theory, but a theory. Sami Zayn, in my opinion, might have gone off script and brought up AEW to save the segment. Or maybe he brought it up to, get out of his contract, piss some people off, make them fire him. Some people are speculating that it was scripted. But let's stop for a second. Let's talk about what we just said. If it's true, let's just assume this was scripted, that this was planned. You mean to tell me that Vince McMahon deliberately scripted his show to give AEW, All Elite Wrestling, a free plug? A show that is showcased to millions across the world. He just gave him a free plug on national TV. And last I checked, AEW hasn't even gone live weekly yet. See, I don't know. Something's telling me that wasn't scripted. I have a theory. I have, you can call it a conspiracy, that Sami Zayn might have gone off script and went into business for himself. It's no secret that Sami Zayn and the Young Bucks are friends. That's what I know. I'm doing a podcast right now. Leave me alone. I got people messaging me during my podcast. Shh. Talk to you later. Anyways, in my opinion, I think Sami Zayn might have gone into business for himself, but we'll find out. Regardless, scripted or, not scripted, I think it is safe to say that a war A new war in professional wrestling has begun. Super chat from Mr. Spinosaurus. He says, didn't watch Raw, but apparently Baron Corbin is getting a title shot. Yes, Baron Corbin is getting a title shot at the Universal Championship at Super Showdown. A show that I will not be watching, and neither will you, because no one wants to see that. So they basically told us to skip the show. I will. I will happily skip that show for a crappy match like that. What was I saying? But yeah, if you're of the impression that there is no war, I think it's time you wake up, smell the roses, smack yourself, and come to reality. Because yowie wowie, are we in the thick of it now? We got on this side Tony Khan, aka the Young Bucks, aka Cody Rhodes, aka Kenny Omega, aka Chris Jericho. All Elite Wrestling coming out the hot gates. Ladies and gentlemen, we coming out strong with this one. But on the other side, we got, well, that other company that, in all honesty, if NXT didn't exist, I don't even think we would be talking about it right now. I'm just saying here. But regardless, we have that company, you know, the 3-hour Raw, the 2-hour SmackDown, the 5-hour weekly shows that make you want to blow your brains out company. I'm sorry. I had to be fair, right? I had to be unbiased. That's why you watch me, right? You watch me to give fair commentary, right? Screw that. Wrong guy. Go watch a good mic work of Solid Monster. You already know what side I'm on. I'm on that AEW side, and I want to see AEW whoop that WWE behind because WWE needs it terribly. After this show tonight, saw Brock Lesnar come out there with a freaking boombox. Well, it's the Money in the Bank contract, you know, disguised as a boombox and dancing like an idiot. What was that? And then the first hour of Raw was nothing but segments and talking. There wasn't a single match. Okay, there was a jobber match, but there wasn't a single match in that first hour. That first hour, zero wrestling. Nothing but talking and segments. That's how you respond to All Elite Wrestling? This is your response? Really, boys? Really, girls? It was horrible. And I see people in the live chat saying, I thought the Boombox Lesnar was funny. It was funny because it was different. I think a lot of you, and this is my theory too, I love y'all. But I think because Raw is so bad, when you get something different, like Brock Lesnar coming out dancing like an idiot with the Money in the Bank contract, disguised as a boombox, I guess to you that's hilarious. I mean, I'm just saying, like, okay. Spinosaurus with another $5 super chat. If WWE mentioned AEW, then there's definitely a war. Then definitely there is a war. They never mentioned TNA because they never saw them as a true threat. They must see AEW as a threat. Oh yeah. You want to know why? Because it's the battle of the billionaires. We got Tony Khan, Mr. Billionaire, Mr. Owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, taking on the owner of the XFL. Ladies and gentlemen, there's so many things going into this. But I'm going to be real with you. I'm all for it. Some of you getting upset. Some of y'all getting worried about this war. You should be happy. You should be clamoring for competition. Ain't some of you complaining about the fact that, oh, WWE's lazy, oh, WWE's complacent? Well, they have no reason to be complacent now. Because AEW about to take their fans and their wrestlers. There are wrestlers right now in WWE just looking at their contract dates like, all right, that's going to end very soon. When that ends, here I come, AEW. For instance, Maria and Mike Kanellis, who recently mentioned on Twitter that their contracts are expiring in a few weeks. Guess where they're going? Hopefully they don't hold. I'm hoping they don't hold Maria and add 9 months to her contract because she was pregnant. They might do that. Just saying. Someone just said they never mentioned TNA. They kind of did. During the Kurt Angle segment, I heard TNA is hiring. That's about it. Anyways, yeah, like, trust me, you want this competition. You want to know why? Because this means WWE is going to actually try. They're going to actually, well, I would hope they would actually try, because they don't want to be embarrassed by the new company. And AEW is already making, headwaves. They're already creating ground. They're already catching attention, catching fire. I wonder how many buys the pay-per-view got. Ooh, Desmond Davis, $5 super chat. Mr. Desmond Davis, I'm so happy about AEW versus WWE War. You should be, because this means they're going to push each other. They're going to push each other to be better, because there can only be one. There can only be one. You know where that reference came from. We can be friends. But I think it's about time. It's about time there became there became a new wrestling promotion that would step up to WWE. Because I'm so sick and tired of WWE just taking over this business, just monopolizing everything. Now they have to actually try. Now they actually have to put their best foot forward. Because before, there wasn't anybody to compete with them. The only thing that could compete with them was NXT, but technically that's still WWE. So now, the main roster is competing against NXT and AEW. So, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Smack, smack. Now, my curiosity lies with NXT, though. Because NXT is going to be doing their NXT TakeOver 25th, 25 XXV special this Saturday, which I will be watching and reviewing. Triple H has got to be like, oh boy, here we go. Because you already know he's pissed off at Vince for misusing his talent, and now he has another headache to deal with. That's AEW. So, what's he going to do this Saturday? That really is the best competition for AEW right now. There ain't no way in hell the main roster can compete. The only way the main roster can compete, I will say this, is if they push one guy. That's Mr. Yowie Wowie himself. They gotta push Bray Wyatt. They have got to push The Fiend and Bray Wyatt. This feud cannot even begin to be a competition unless WWE gets their main guy in check. And right now, there can only be one main guy. That's Bray Wyatt. It's Bray Wyatt, man. They gotta push him straight to that championship. Quit fooling around. I love Seth Rollins. I love Kobe Kingston. I even like, some of the other champions they got. Finn Balor's IC champ. Samoa Joe is, Samoa Joe's not US champ anymore. Rey Mysterio is. Regardless, by the way, I don't think they even did a segment with the tag team titles or the US Championship on Raw. That's pretty bad. But it's got to be Bray Wyatt. They have got to give the focus to Bray Wyatt. It's got to be Bray Wyatt. It's got to be Bray Wyatt. He is the highest thing, the best thing on that show. A show with electric chairs and 1 hour and a full hour of nothing but segments and talking. There's nothing else saving them. Seriously. They gotta push Bray Wyatt. They got to push The Fiend. Firefly Funhouse to me is the best thing. Is the best thing. Going for Raw and SmackDown, honestly. Because no one wants to see Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins. I mean, they could have at least said Goldberg versus Undertaker for SummerSlam. That didn't even get mentioned. Did they even mention that? Or is that just going to be a match that happens? Lord. Aaron Sherwood with the 499. 499. Let me see here. Wasn't the WWE going to talk about the state of the U.S. title last week too? Who knows? Apparently, those of you asking why did Baron Corbin get a title shot? Well, AJ Styles got injured. He's actually injured and he can't compete. Well, actually, see, here's my thing. I think WWE, when they said AJ was injured, I think they really meant AJ refuses to work overseas. That's kind of what happened with Kevin Owens. The reason why Dolph Ziggler is here to fight Kofi Kingston is because Kevin Owens refused to go overseas. And I think AJ Styles also refused to go overseas. So, yeah. Anyways, that's neither here nor there because whether they go overseas or not, that Saudi Arabia money can't save them. Because they going up against a billionaire. What you gonna do, Vince? What you gonna do when they come for you, AEW, AEW? What they gonna do? What you gonna do when they smack you in the... So, whose side are you on? What side do you take? Are you one of those people that's like, I love wrestling. I love both companies. I wish everybody would be peacefully. I wish everybody would compete peacefully. I wish everybody would show sportsmanship. I wish everybody would shake hands and, smile and skit together under a rainbow. Shut up, jabroni. Or are you one of those people that want competition? You want these people to be cutthroat. You want them to go at each other. You like me. You want there to be a fight. You want DX to ride their tanks over to AEW's next event and fire off some shots. You want AEW to make another Triple H throne and destroy it. Maybe some more, some other underhanded things. But I'll tell you this. Dean Ambrose was right. Dean Ambrose was right. There is a paradigm shift in the world of wrestling. Spinosaurus, $5 super chat. Damn, for WWE's sake, I hope AJ isn't really injured. The last thing WWE needs is one of their top guys like AJ hurt when AEW is coming around. Be lurking. They be lurking. Lurking. Someone just asked me, how do I feel about Peyton Royce losing her match tonight? Apparently, I didn't watch that segment, but apparently the women's tag team champs, the Iconics, lost their match against Becky and Nikki Cross. Well, that's what she gets for tweeting about AEW. That's what happened. Tweeted about AEW, so she got jobbed out on Raw, and she's a champion. I just think that's so wrong. That's so messed up. So that's what we're doing now. We're just gonna job the wrestlers out that tweet in favor of AEW. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Because it's not like their contracts are coming up and they won't leave you for knowing WWE. Oh wait, you remember that 2-month break you took? Well, you gotta make up for it. We're extending your contract. Oh, Maria, you were pregnant for 9 months, right? Well, sorry, you gotta make up for it. We're extending your contract. Watch them do that to her. Watch them extend Maria's contract. Lord have mercy. Oh, Natalia couldn't do anything tonight because she had her birthday. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna job her out as well. Man. It's so bad. It's really, really bad. It's painful, y'all. It's WWE is so bad, but hopefully AEW will light a fire. Will light a fire under their asses. Because that's what they need. They need a fire lit under their asses. So whose side are you on? Don't be talking about, oh, this isn't a war. It's not a war. It's a peaceful, friendly competition. Yeah, I mean, we all should just get along. We all should just... You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your jabroni ass. It's a Spinosaurus. WWE. I'm sorry. WWE is literally holding your talent hostage. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I just made myself crack up because you got that one wrestling fan. You got a friend in me. WWE and AEW. We are here. Friendly competition. You got a friend in me. Oh my god, that's just as bad as Kevin Dunn's flippity bippity bobbity boom camera angles. Ladies and gentlemen, they're having a good time here. We're having a great time. Looks like a lot of people are going for AEW, especially after this Raw. This Raw was garbage. That Raw was so bad. That Raw was awful. Desmond Davis, Team AEW all the way. X, are you on drugs? Apparently, I have to be for watching Raw. So if you watched Monday Night Raw tonight, you're on drugs too. Matter of fact, you might be on some major drugs. Or might need some mental. You might need to go see a therapist. Might need some mental help there. Because, man, for anybody to watch that show all the way through, something wrong with you. Dime Big Facts Podcast. I don't think WWE can compete with AEW. Ooh, especially right now. They better get their act together. Better get that act together. Joseph Winters, AEW should do TV on Monday. No. Nah. Do it on a different date. And get bigger ratings. Josh Ferguson. It's two different companies. Don't compare. Oh, Lord. Josh, you going to be one of those guys? It's two different worlds. They don't compare. Leave WWE alone. His picture reminds me of that guy. The way it looks, it reminds me of that guy that defended Britney. Leave Britney alone. Aaron Sherwood. I'm in ICO Pro, apparently. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord, they're thinking you got a friend in me in the live chat now. All I'm saying is this. For anyone to say there isn't a war, it's time to wake up. There's a war, ladies and gentlemen. It's time you pick a side. Get with it. And don't worry. Just because there's a war going on doesn't mean it's the worst thing that could happen. Honestly, this is the best thing that could happen because now things are about to get better for both companies. NXT is going to put on a major show this Saturday. WWE is going to be pushing for better shows because when AEW starts their weekly show, y'all in troubles. Speaking of, hold on. Speaking of WWE, speaking of war, where are the Viking Raiders? Right, look what happened to the Viking Raiders. A terrible name, and now they're off TV. Now they can't even catch TV. That's what you get for giving them a terrible debut with a horrible freaking name. Oh, Lord. Ace the Skylord. I don't think Vince cares. Yes, he does. Let me tell you something. I will say this. If Vince didn't care, AEW would not have been mentioned tonight. So either he does care and he scripted AEW into his show, or Sami Zayn went off script and said something he wasn't supposed to say. Because if he didn't care then, he cares now. He cares. He might pretend he doesn't care, but he cares. AEW about to get the smoke. Not the smoke, but the smoke. All the smoke. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tell me down below what side you're on. Are you excited about competition? How do you feel about competition being back in wrestling? How do you feel about Monday Night Raw tonight? Let's see here. CM Punk isn't coming back to wrestling. Actually, Famish Yoshi, I have a big feeling. I have a big feeling that we are definitely going to see CM Punk very soon. Very soon. Very soon. It probably won't be tomorrow or next month, but he's coming. He coming. I'm just saying. CM Punk gonna get involved. We gonna get everybody involved in this. They gonna end up calling back Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and watch one of them jump companies. I will laugh if AEW grabs Stone Cold Steve Austin. They already grabbed Bret Hart. What you gonna do? Spinosaurus. He wouldn't be holding his talent hostage if he didn't care. Exactly. If Vince didn't care, he would have let them go a long time ago. Cynical. I'm kind of on both sides with this war because with AEW on the rise, there is so much more variety of wrestling to watch. And it also could possibly motivate WWE to be better. Okay, so you're for competition. You're not just choosing a side, though. Don't be a punk. Choose a side. Come on, Cynical. Choose a side. Don't be punks. Y'all over here, oh, you got a friend in me. Friendly competition, yeah. Choose a side, y'all. Come on. For real. Let's see here. No, you can't be a mob. A mob. I know he said moderator, but I'm saying mob. Shut up. You can't be a mob. Let's see here. What's on my head? This is what we call do-rag for my hair, because my hair is messy. Messy like Raw was tonight. Sorry. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for the super chats, guys. You guys are awesome. With that said, literally, seriously, for reals, give me your thoughts about this down below in the description box. Now, let me make this clear. I've been told that I do not, apparently that someone has created an Instagram account, a false Instagram account. I do not have an Instagram account. So if you see anyone with Delexman on Instagram, please report it. Please report it. Planet Jadarius. Let's see here. $2 super chat. Man, I don't even watch Raw or SmackDown anymore. So here's what we're going to do. If you see an Instagram account that has my name on it, delete it. I mean, not delete it, but report it. So now, apparently I had to create a real one. Starting in June, your boy Delexman will have an Instagram account. It will be a combination of both YouTube and my real life. I'm tired of people making false Instagram social media accounts. Right now, I only have Twitter and Facebook and an email. That's it. The Twitter is DelexmanVX1. Facebook is the Delexman. Okay? And then, of course, my Gmail is justalexsworld@gmail.com. That's justalexsworld@gmail.com. So apparently now I have to create Instagram so people won't be creeps and try to impersonate me on social media. I guess I should be flattered, but I'm not. With that said, I'm out of here. For real. Comment down below. I love you all. You guys take it easy. The war